and they haven't been playing too well lately. They're really missing OG Anunoby, who's missed the last 4 games, I think it is. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, the offense has been not consistent all year, and it's been even worse lately without OG. And the defense has gotten worse because OG is their best defensive player. Are you? Is this just a young team? Is it going to get better as the season goes on, or are we just going to have to live with this and kind of treat this as a rebuilding year? Kind of appreciate Scottie Barnes and some of these young guys, Gary Trent Jr. having good years and breaking out, or what do you think?
This team just doesn't fit like a glove. You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
team is not made to compete. And I think literally Masai's first game back, our first home game, he said, expect up and downs. This is a young team. That's true. At the end of the day, like if when OG is starting, none of our starters are over 30, right?
Yeah.
Like we're all a young team. The rotation's young. Banton's getting bench minutes. Flynn's getting bench minutes. You know what I mean? Boucher is not under 30. Even our two veterans, Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam, they're still learning and getting better every day because they're only 27, right? And they were late bloomers, so they could still grow at this age. Barnes is becoming rookie of the year candidate. You know, he's learning the league. Everything's happening. OG's, this is the first time kind of putting in all like the star potential where he has to put in the same amount of energy on offense and defense. Gary Trent Jr., his game today, like his recent games today, have been a million times better than the games at the start of the season, right? So he's
Mm-hmm.
exponentially growing. I think as long as you see growth and defensive effort, you should be happy with this team. Sometimes we're going to lose, sometimes we're going to win, and that's just how it is being a young team. And also as a road game, like a road run, right? Like we had a bunch of road games. So let's see them get back at home. We're watching their next game against the Celtics live in person. So hopefully we can get that dub. We don't want to be 0-2 for the season. You know, sadly we lost when the Nets game we went to, we lost. Hopefully the Celtics game we go to, they could get a win there because we don't want to be 0-2. We don't want to be a bad luck charm. But hopefully that comes through and we can see something cool happen.
Yeah, you brought up effort, and that's not even close to the problem with this team whatsoever. And I do think
Yeah.
with OG back in the lineup and Kim Birch, we didn't mention him; he's been out too.
Yeah.
With them both back in the lineup, I think the defense will be maybe
Better.
not. We thought it was going to be like maybe one of the best defenses in the league early on. Maybe it won't be that good, but I think it's still going to be a major positive for the team.
Yeah.
Offensively is tough. Even when all the guys are in there, it's tough. There's not really a guy you can kind of just give the ball to and say like make something good happen. The Pacers have a couple of those guys with Brogdon and Sabonis, right? So, but again, like you said, this team, it's still learning. It's not. There's
Yeah.
two power forwards. Pascal and Scottie are both power forwards, and they don't have a real center. And Gary Trent Jr., when his shots are going in, he's going to put up lots of big games, but then he does miss a lot of shots and take a lot of early
Yeah.
shot clock shots. So this team is just going to take some time to kind of find their chemistry. And when everyone's back, they're going to be in games because of their defense. And if they can just get hot offensively and score on the fast break, then they will be competitive. But yeah, I think I think it's fair to just treat the season as not necessarily a full rebuild, but expect up and downs. And Masai put it best. I think expect
Yeah.
up and downs. But we can be excited and we can be happy about the individual performances of guys like Scottie and Gary and Fred, and hopefully Pascal when he kind of gets back into it a little more and starts
Yeah.
playing consistently.
And people don't mention, like people talk about OG scoring and how big that is for us. His spacing too, like that
Yeah,
spacing is massive.
yeah,
Because without him, we're playing a center like in Precious. Who Precious is a good shooter for a center, but he's no OG and OB coming to shooting, right? So
yeah.
it's a big difference. And like people are just getting adjusted to their new roles. You know, like we see Pascal Siakam, he's getting a little bigger. You know, he's adding a little of that weight to kind of guard centers and stuff like that. People are
Mm-hmm.
getting adjusted to their roles, and this team is trying, man. And then give them a couple time, give them more time to gel. They could be another team to go on that little win streak.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here so you never miss the best clips from Stretch the Floor. Hit the links in the description below to find us on all podcast platforms and follow us on Instagram.